So, guys, here we are with the very first match. The camera is crystal clear now, and we have Andrew the Wall, the former Dragon Ball Super Card Game Masters World Champion versus Sublet, one of the best Dragon Ball Super Card Game players in the world. Just two titans of Dragon Ball clashing with what is the best deck in the format. So we're gonna see the wall immediately, just starting with the Roshi Sublet answering by cracking the energy marker, going into hit, swinging, taking a life, and just getting rid of the Roshi, just taking it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be one of these really important things in these mirror matches, and anyone playing against Topku is early Roshi removal. Roshi has an effect where you can take a life, and then the next extra card you use is reduced by a red energy. The main thing about playing the Roshi early is it's a self-awakener, and Topku has to get down to 3 life to awaken. As we kind of alluded to earlier, getting life down low, collecting those life cards rather than having them criticaled off you, is really important to building up that hand size, so you've got so many options to play off your leader effect. The leader, obviously, once it's awakened, those who don't know, allows you to tap 1 energy, discard a card, and play a Tournament of Power card from your hand with a cost of 4 or less. And there's some really powerful options that lets you flood the board here.
It's not 4 or less, it's 20k or less power. So, like, you can play
less power.
But they usually cost 4 or less. So
they should, most of them cost 4 or less.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, really important distinction there, 20k or less. And you can see both players are choosing to use this hit at the minute. Really good early game removal for the Roshi, but also just a really good aggressive option as well, just to establish your board. Sublet going second, had the energy marker, used it really early on to get really aggressive on that Roshi. Really important that he removed it. And we see play swing back to devolve 5 life at the minute, choosing very intelligently to be attacking the battle card in rest mode rather than the leader. You don't want to help your opponent get to that all-important 3 life turn.
Yeah, so let's see. So there's swing. On the unawakened side, it's pretty standard. It's you just swing, you draw 1. It's good. The who gets to awaken first and who gets to use their leader's ability is going to be It's going to be the determining factor here in the game, as well as who can faster establish their defensive combos with the Android 17. But on the other side, you're playing in a mirror match, which is 2 of the most aggressive decks in the game at the moment. So just going and rushing down to 3 can also, in a way, be sort of a death sentence, depending on what your opponent has, because this, once again, is an exceptionally aggressive deck. So like you can see here, the wall, he's on 5, but he's of course opting to go and fight for the board to make Sublet work for that awakening, to make him work for getting down to 3 lives so that he can awaken and start using his activate main. Sublet is going to be playing the the Basil here. He's going to be looking at top 5, gonna be grabbing a Tournament of Power card. It's just a nice 1 cost tutor, and this, I believe, this was just a Piccolo from the Basil. So I believe that what are we going to be seeing here? Is there a link to the pairings? No. We're going to be paying 1. Sublet is paying 1 just for the 1-drop Piccolo. It's just a 1-drop, comes in, draws a card. And now down comes another Basil. Look, top 5. What's he going to be getting? It's Android 17. Right. Okay, so the first part of the 2-part Kefla Android 17 combo is in Sublet's hand. Once he gets to awaken, he can assemble it for as low as 1 energy, and then the wall will have to up combo to actually deal damage, so because the leader will be 25k once this happens.
Really interesting there that Sublet doesn't actually attack with leader from the look of it, which again is although you do get the draw from your leader swing, you are going to get your opponent closer to awakening. So he opts to just kind of sit back, play some 1-drops, build up that hand naturally using the Basils, which allow you to add a 4-cost or lower tournament power card from the top 5 and put the rest at the bottom. The Piccolo, I believe, just draws you a card as well. So building his hand rather than using the leader attack to awaken Duval, just doing it this way. Hard play of a Kefla here, probably one of the most important cards in the deck for Tournament of Power. This Kefla is not only a 10k combo in hand, it draws a card on play, and it also allows you to play a 3-cost Tournament of Power from your hand as well. So for the 4 energy, you establish a draw and an extra body. But if you were to use your leader effect to play this Kefla, you get the draw, the play, all for 1 energy and the stack discard as well. That's what makes this deck so powerful at the minute.
And like, if you see this, Sublet just drew a card, charged, and passed the turn. Like, he didn't do anything else. He just passed with 4 energies opened.
And this is where the intricacy starts to be played in, I think. If you're just playing normally, you'd just be swinging face, you'd want to get aggressive. That's what we presume this is doing at the minute. Like, because we've been told this is an aggro deck, you just get aggressive and you attack. Both of these players really feeling each other out in these early stages here. We see the hit swing in, minus the Khalifa down, and now we've hit that all-important 3-life threshold over on Sublet's side.
Yeah, Sublet is, let me just correct it. Sublet is down to 3. It's a bit hard to tell from the sleeves. But yeah, we're seeing Duval has established a big field here. He is ready to start piling on the aggression. When this Gohan attacks, it's going to grab a life, which is going to take Duval to the 3 lives threshold, allowing him to awaken. And it also negs something by -15. So that was just a swing, get rid of a card from the field, and then swing at the leader, forcing Sublet to take a life here.
It's really intelligent play from Duval as well. I feel like he set up his board really nicely. Last turn, you notice he played the Kefla and the Gohan and then just passed. He didn't attack with them. He is then deciding on this turn, I now want to be aggressive. I am now going to choose to attack you. I get to choose when you awaken. And also, his cards let him take the life, so he gets to awaken at the right time for him as well. So all of the momentum and all the tempo is over on Duval's side at the minute. Sublet was playing very passively. Maybe this is exactly how he wanted the game to play out as well. So really interesting to see both of these players' game plans entering the mirror. Maybe not exactly the same, but also slightly dictated by their draws and combos and what they've got in hand at the minute. It's really intriguing to see.
Down comes, into the hand comes the Rebrien, which is a 20k double striker. So this is also going to just allow Duval to cheater in later and swing for 2. He is going to pull another Kefla combo here, playing the Katopesla. It's a 20k attacker, 3 cost, and on play, when attacking and when KO'd, it has like all of the effects. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and give it -5k for the turn.
Absolutely brutal into a board of 1-drops that I think Sublet was hoping to use as a bit of extra combo power to combo out a couple of these onslaught attacks at the minute. But the Catapesla being played, minus one of them by 5k, swing minus another one by 5k. Sublet now only has one of them left as combo power that he was hoping to use to preserve his hand size, but now having to ditch multiple cards from hand just to get out of these 20 and 25k swings. First super combo used by Sublet there, really important to see.
So, what do you say, Joe? Sublet is down to 2 lives. He can awaken. He has awakened already. He has to put on pressure and try to... He absolutely either needs to get rid of the field or he has to be able to burst Duval now down to 1 life, because he's not going to survive the next turn.
If he's playing the Beerus now, this is the time to play it. We've seen a lot of people playing the 5-drop Beerus in Topku as like a mirror counter, because it will wipe this board here by discarding a card, and the Beerus has critical as well, so it'd be the perfect answer to this wide board. but it does leave him tapped out without a lot of options and had his hand whittled down last turn as well. And Duval, we know he's already got that Ribrianne in hand from last turn and is probably eyeing up a double strike finish here on his next turn as well, as that Ribrianne can be played off the Tournament of Power Goku leader's effect.
Okay, so they're still thinking. So there's just the swing. Let's see. There are, of course, no negates in this game. So Duval is looking whether or not he's going to be comboing out of this one. Like you said, Sublet has an advantage here. If he can play the Beerus, he will be able to wipe the board. And then he will be able to swing with a big crit attacker. However, the problem is that's still not gonna be enough damage to kill Duval's Goku, and then Duval can relatively easily reassemble the field. We know that he has a Ribrianne double striker in hand. We saw him get it from the Basal. So they are thinking, we'll see what's gonna be. We'll see what's gonna happen, because Duval is also thinking, well, if I take a life, what if Sublet is playing the double striker? What if he's what if he has his own Ribrianne? What if he's actually taking the starter deck double striker?
You see,
would be something that you're not prepared for.
He keeps on pointing to that extra card in the energy. The Awakening of Hidden Arrogance is such a swing card in this matchup, because although you could have a massive card size advantage, that one card by itself can be worth 30k's worth of combo, which, if your hand is a bit subpar and you don't have the super combos or the combo power, we actually saw it in one of the Japanese finals that, you know, we had a player use 5 or 6 cards to combo on one swing, and then put down a Ribrianne and comboed 3 cards, but 2 of those cards were Awakening of Hidden Arrogance, and pumped up this double striker to sort of 50, 60k, and won the game anyway, even though he had such a smaller hand size. So I think that's why Duval was just really agonizing over going down to 2 life, because, you know, Sublet could put together a turn here where he plays a Ribrianne for 1 and double Hidden Arrogances into that 2 life, but Duval chooses to take it, so he's really confident in the amount of combo power he has in his hand at the minute.
Yeah, the Sublet is really thinking over this turn, because he knows that, here's the thing, if he doesn't have a Beerus, he dies the next turn.
There's the Beerus.
And there comes the Beerus. Yeah, so Beerus comes down, discards a card, wipes the board, and we're just gonna have a massive swing here for the crit. Duval takes the life, but now now the turn passes back to Duval, who we know has a double striker, the Ribrianne in hand. He still has his leader swing. He still has, once he uses Activate Main, he's still gonna be left with 5 energy to use, which is more than enough to cheat out another body to attack. He just needs to deal 2 damage to Sublet. So let's see, first we're gonna just be seeing a leader into leader swing, probably. No, we're not. He's just gonna go straight. Let's see, what's he gonna be going straight for? Is he he's contemplating paying 3 here.
Is this the 3-drop Goku? It looks like you can see at the front of his hand there he's considering.
Yeah.
I think it was really interesting last turn there. It looks like Duval was agonizing over taking that hit. He was almost going, you have to have Beerus to clear this. I'll take 1. I will take the crit from the Beerus, but that leaves me in a position to kill you next turn. So he was kind of thinking a turn ahead in that decision to take the life and go down to 2. You can see the amount of thought process that has to go in to every life and every attack you take, because comboing those cards at hand is so valuable, and that's what's so exciting about the game at the minute. A couple more cards coming out from Sublet here. His hand size is dwindling fast. We know that Ribrianne has to be coming now soon. Goku coming down though first.
Yeah, so here comes there's nothing to KO. He's just a 20k swing, but Duval paying to using Hidden Arrogance and just giving Goku plus 25. Okay, so it looks like Sublet was on 3 lives the entire time. It's just due to the... Yeah, it's just due to the lighting. So...
Ah, I see.
That's
Okay,
it.
yeah. So he had to get that last attack in. That's
Yeah,
why he wanted to play the Goku for 3 to get that damage through. That dropped him to 2. Then the Ribrianne comes in. And I believe he can't combo out of that one because, again, he just didn't have the cards in hand to get through it, did he?
yeah. He unfortunately did not have the cards to get through. Well, that's game one. This game was like very, very, very fast. So we're just gonna jump into the caster screen to say hi to all of you lovely people because we did just start immediately mid game. So give me just a moment and